Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here and welcome to another Sword of Convallaria video. So the official Twitter page has just confirmed that the next banner that we will receive in Sword of Convallaria Global is going to be Edda, and I'm super excited because, as I've promised before, for every single character that I'll be releasing on the global server, I will always have a Shuju poll guide and then a in-depth character guide, okay? And this is to essentially allow you to decide if you should be polling for a character based on what's coming up next, since now we have early access servers and we get to see what banners are going to be after. And of course the in-depth guide going over the weapons, the builds, as well as the taros and everything else you need to know about the unit. But the Shuju poll video today and this video is going to help you make a choice on whether or not you should be committing resources, okay? And not only are we going to take a look at the future schedule, we'll briefly go over her skill details and have some examples of why she is regarded as a tier 0 character even post-release on the CN server. Maybe tier 0.5 now, but she is so good as a support character. And I've got some showcase here as well from the CN side going over. This is a level 70 weapons trial, okay? So let's get things started with her skill kit first. Now Edda, absolutely gorgeous character in my honest opinion. She was part of the story and her story is really touching, okay? I really like her in the main storyline, and if you haven't had any interactions with her yet, or if you skipped the story, check out the first few chapters. She's definitely going to be very active there. Now her trait, basically her passive, right? It's okay to just pull one copy of Edda, so keep it basically 1 star. Catching fire allows her to perform an assisting attack that is physical damage to enemies surrounding her. Now you can see that if we pull up this here, this goes up to 2 chances per turn during 3 stars or above, okay? So she can assist an ally and attack the enemy twice per turn if it's 3 stars above. However, you only need it once, okay? She also gains a 12% attack boost, and this range is 5, which is pretty decent. She'll always be assisting whichever magic attack user she's supporting most of the time, which is completely fine in my honest opinion. You don't need her pulling for multiple copies. You can just slowly build her dupe or shards up, but 1 copy is completely a-okay. Because if we take a look at her skills, the one skill, well actually there are a couple, but there's a really nice skill, and I wonder if they show it here, is the level rank 1 skill, okay? She creates these boxes. It's very cute, and you definitely pick the left one because all of these boxes gives you instant high ground advantage. So your trigger effects that has highland, you have advantage on bonus and damage against enemies that are not on any elevated surfaces. So this box thing is quite good. It also allows you to avoid some negative debuffs on the ground if you have these boxes stacked up. So you can see right off the bat, it's gonna be really good against weapon trial 1. And moving over, okay, let's take a look at this skill. So her key skills, I would honestly say, is that the rank 1 to rank 3 skills are so good. So early game already she's gonna put in a lot of work. Now looking at her left side, this one, which I believe the English translation is the guiding gleam, increase attack, increase magic defense, and increase movement, and cleanses all debuffs, pretty much all disruption. This is super strong because it's a damage up 3, right? So it's a 30% damage buff, and then a magic defense increased by 40%, and then move +1, and removes every single debuff, okay, on the ally. And it's a pretty big AoE as well on a 1 cost 4 turn cooldown, and these buffs last for 3 turns, so it's very good uptime. And on the other side, okay, we'll just go over on the other side of rank 3 is gonna be her awesome skill, and this is what I think makes her really broken, okay? The English translation for this is the wheelbarrow casting, okay? Wheelbarrow casting. So basically she throws a wheelbarrow to the target, and also the floor turns into liquor. It does damage, and it's an instant cast, so you can still take an action after that, but the liquor surface area decreases the enemy speed by 150, reduces their move by 1 tile, and then the crazy part is a 40% magic defense down. Now I cannot stress how insane this is, okay? I need to show you guys in the game. Let me find the part where they talk about it. Because of how let's go here. Because of how this works, okay? Let's just go back here. If you look at the boss, this is level 60 magician, right? The current defense, magic defense, is 1340, as you can see, 1340. But if you cast the Liquor, okay, that is instantly going to be brought down to A04 because it's a 40% magic defense down. And now, if you cast another debuff, let's say this is the Disaster Bottle, okay, SR weapon, or trinket rather, you can see that the Disaster Bottle is going to be decreasing further. Another 40%, okay, so you can see from 1340 to 268. And the craziest part is that there is a tactic. The tactic, I forget what the name is. Let me know in the comment. I talk about it in my talent section, one of the best boss fighting talent or tactic ever. And so these three will bring any single enemy down to 0 magic defense, no matter how high the magic defense is, because it's 40 plus 40 plus whatever percent to bring it up to over or around 100%, right? And it's additive, as in the 40 plus 40 is an 80% reduction just with these two. So these together, you will see how much damage Barrel is able to point out, for example. We'll just see here, okay? So we've got, this is level 70 Magician, right? The weapons trial. You've got some SR units in Angel, and then the SR debuffer. I'll have a team's comp and all that stuff so you can see these characters. And just Gloria, Edda, and Barrel. That's all you need. I mean, look at, okay, right now Barrel is standing on the crate, okay? So this is the crate from Edda. You've got high ground bonus damage. You've got that boss that's being debuffed by the magic. Oh my god. Look at that. 5 times 3, 15k coming out. And you can see it procking up, right? You've got the high ground damage. And then you're going to see an assist attack from Edda right here. Look. This is really strong, and Edda makes this a lot easier because she's also able to dispel. Don't forget that. So you can run some of these characters with dispel, and clearing the magician stages are gonna be easy peasy. This is truly a fantastic character and one of the best supports starting out. So now you've heard enough about Edda, and you're pretty tempted to bowl, right? But okay, we need to talk about the banner schedule. As we have said, since we have the early access servers, we have seen, right, the banners. We had Edda before this, and it is perfectly in line. I think it's 15, so maybe a day sooner. I need to double check the start date. They should talk about it here somewhere in the Twitter, but I'll go back to double check and I'll update this start date timer. But it seems to be that we're on a 2-weekly schedule, and because the early test servers has Simona next, so it does make sense, and it is in line with what I've put out, because we are essentially going to skip all of the banners in between that we have already for characters in the global side. So Momo Alex will be skipped. We went Edda into Simona, that's being showcased on the test server, which means the next 2 characters, Sophia and Augusta, and Coco and Akambe. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, this is going to be very tough. Now, if you're a brand new player, you rerolled for Gloria, you grabbed Barrel, or you grabbed Cole, I think Edda is okay. You can throw in a few pulls, and the pities do carry over, so you can just, pull a few. If you don't get her early, then just save, because what's going to happen is that those 2 tier 0 characters are absolutely a must. Edda is great, but they will be added to the general pool after, so you can, if you're lucky, luck sack it, right? But these 2 characters, you absolutely must have them, in my honest opinion. And there are supports you can use, for example, if you have Inanna, or if you have Angel, the free one everyone will have. Edda is not that insane or game-changing in comparison to Sophia or Augusta. Right. So, in my honest opinion, for those of you who are free to play players, you can throw in a few pulls, okay? Especially if you have Barrel, because Barrel plus Edda is just broken combo-wise. If you have Barrel, 100% I would throw in a few pulls. If you get her early, fantastic. If not, then save. Okay, if you don't have Barrel and you're completely free to play, maybe wait until the Simona banner is announced, because we'll still have the Edda banner. Then we can 100% confirm that this is pretty much scheduled and should be looking at Sophia, because by the time Simona's banner is announced, we should have in the test server access to the next banner, which either is Sophia or Augusta, right? So you can hold a bit, okay, if you want to. Now, if you're a small spender or will, 100%, I myself included, will be pulling for Edda, and then Simona, depending on what, I guess, what the next 2 banners will be, and then potentially skipping. I mean, look at all these tier zeros coming up next. It's really hard to skip, but the potentially skipping Simona is what I'm trying to say, because again, resources are limited, even though we have technically weekly events, okay, because we're on a 2 weekly schedule for banners. We have weekly events for global, giving us a lot more resources. It's still going to be quite tight. So personally, my honest opinion, and if you don't have Barrow in completely free to play, just I would at least wait until the last day or just skip her completely. But for most of the players, small spenders, and players who, you know, want to not skip out on a fantastic supporting character, then 100% go for Edda, as I will be doing for sure. So I'll be posting a video, and it should be helping you pushing through a lot of the end game content. Just that, you know, the spell and the fact that she is able to set up boxes and all of that is fantastic, and the magic strip makes your magic team so much stronger. Alright, anyhow, it's TimaeuSS here. I think that is enough regarding the Shuju poll. You should be able to make a decision based on, you know, everything we've talked about, especially with some of these tier 0 coming up. I mean, gotta stay strong if you're hoping to play this long term. So hopefully this was helpful, and again, in a couple of days, potentially, I would say when she has, when she's actually in the live server and we have her released into the wild, and I've been polling for her and testing her, then we'll have the character specific guides for, you know, upgrading left or right in terms of the skill tree, and then what trinkets, weapons, or whatnot are going to be best for her. And of course, we have the event as well when her banner drops, right? So well, we'll see. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm very excited about Edda. And yeah, she's just a fantastic support unit with a really good character story as well in the main storyline. So I hope you get her within 10 pulls, get her very early, get very lucky. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye now.